Hello, this is James Walker of Superiority Studios. Today I'm going to demonstrate the game I'm currently developing, which hitherto has been known by its codename of Project Difference. Now I can finally reveal its real title, All That Is Light. I'm developing the game on Windows. It will be available on Windows platforms, but after that I'm going to make a serious try at porting the game to other systems, especially mobile platforms like the iPhone or iPad, maybe the Android, etc. So, just for the sake of being complete with attributions, almost everything you see here is done by me. Design, programming, graphics, script writing, audio engineering is all James Walker. The one thing I didn't do myself is the music. That comes courtesy of the talented Kevin MacLeod, whose website can be found at incompetech.com. And most of the sound effects are licensed from other sources, although I did pretty heavy editing on most of them. One other thing before we get started, quick technical note, the game runs at 60 frames per second, but I'm recording at 20 frames per second to save some strain on my poor outdated processor, so the game actually runs smoother and looks much sharper than you see here. Okay, so let's start a new game and watch the opening cutscene. Okay, for the dialogue here, I'm going to go through it pretty fast to save time, so if you're a slow reader and you want to see all the dialogue, I'd recommend pausing the video when needed. Meowing sound effects courtesy of my cat. Well, that was certainly dramatic. Alright, this next part is pretty lengthy and I don't want this video to get ridiculously long, so I'm just going to whip through it and give you a summary. The guy on the right is Landale, the main character, and the girl on the left is Lady Esther, who's giving you, the player, your mission. Basically, the Risen Templars have been wiped out, open resistance is futile, so the luminescent vestiges have hatched a plan of gathering fragments of their lost history and culture so they can preserve their teachings until the Grandath Empire falls. So your mission is to explore the world in search of these fragments. Now here you can see I've been given a choice of how to respond to the conversation. The story events are interactive to some extent. The choices you make in conversations can have a variety of effects, from altering other characters' respect for you, to even changing the direction of the plot, so the game has a branching storyline. Let's go ahead and be stoic about it and say that we're ready to go. Okay, now we enter the game proper. This is the map. You can see that you basically see only a small portion of the map in sort of this crystal ball-like thing. Your viewing range is intentionally restricted like this to give more of an exploration bent, as opposed to letting you see a huge part of the map at once. This is a fairly major part of the game. You basically run around finding story events, item caches, towns. The game definitely rewards exploration. There are a lot of hidden things to find for those players who like poking around. But for now, let's run back to the Vestige for a quick introduction to some of the systems available at towns and rest points. Okay, so this is the store. You can buy items, sell items. Anybody who's played RPGs knows what this looks like. Workshop, here you can synthesize items, but this is the beginning of the game and I don't have any synthesis manuals, so can't do anything there for now. Here's the bulletins. This is full of achievements, and as you do things like killing monsters, accruing money, finding items, and other less quantifiable things, you can come here to the bulletin board, and if you've met the requirements for some achievements, you can activate them and claim the prizes. And here's the infirmary where you can revive characters who have been KO'd. Don't need that right now. Okay, so now let's bring up the main menu and see what that looks like. Okay, here's the status screen. Now I have some control over improving my stats as I level up, rather than them leveling up automatically. Here you can see I have 10 points that I can spend on increasing my stats, and I'll get more as I level up. For now, I'm going to put all of these into increasing my strength. And here's the equipment screen. Pretty straightforward there. Oh, and next part of the status screen, where I can check my elemental affinities, condition resistances. I can review my equipped skills. You can see down here where it gives a summary of the skill's characteristics, including its range and area of effect with some neat little diagrams and stuff. And I'm running a little low on time, so I'm going to have to split this demonstration into a two-parter. So for the second part of this, I'll be showing off more of the actual game and less of the opening cutscene and the various systems. So I'm going to close this demo out here, and I look forward to seeing you on the second one.